This season, the Minnesota Wild have ridden the roller coaster all the way to the NHL playoffs. They had their nosedive early before changing coaches. Then they slowly put some wins together and made the playoffs. And now they are facing the possibility of the ride coming to an end. John Torchetti's club is now in a 3-1 deficit as they head to the Lone Star State. And one could argue there is one aspect of their game that has caused them to fall behind by 2 games, and that's special teams. The Stars converted 2 of their 3 goals last night on the power play, and taking penalties is something that must be cut down if Minnesota wants to keep on playing. And Coach knows not only do they need to stop the Dallas power play, they need to score themselves with the extra man.
That's what we talk about all the time. We got to be ready for any adjustment, any variable that happens during the game. We got to make sure we're ready for it. And they got it done on their power play. We didn't tonight, and we've got to make sure that we keep them, take their strengths away. That's their strength as a team, their power play, and it should have been probably a 2-1 game, 2-2 game, and we got to score.
The Wild lose, and they're done. But let's look at the bright side. They win 3 in a row, and they advance to the next round. Regardless, they will play hockey tomorrow night in Dallas, 8:30 p.m. puck drop. Ever since the Minnesota Twins have started playing baseball games this season, the optimism of building on the success of 2015 has been dwindling at a steady pace. The Twins have lost 11 of their first 15 games, and in the previous 2 losses to the Milwaukee Brewers, they surrendered 16 runs. Today's series finale against their rivals would need to see a great pitching performance to split the series with the Brew Crew. What a day this man would have. Miguel Sano brought the big barrel to the park. 2-1 Twins top 3. Sano calling Brian Dozier home because it's dinner time, young man. 3-1 lead for Minnesota. More Miguel in the 7th. Tees off, and it hits the green on the par 5. Second home run of the year for Sano. Solo shot, 4-1 Twins. Now, who needs pitching when you got Miguel the Masher? 5-1 in the 8th. Brian Dozier said on Twitter after this game, this one was for Prince, and he smashes this one all the way into the purple rain, giving Prince a souvenir. 6-1 Minnesota. It's an 8-1 final as Minnesota splits with Milwaukee. To local baseball, Frazee in a doubleheader with the DGF Rebels, who are scorching to start the season. Already with a 4-run lead, Coltara pokes one into left. Runner scores as the lead hits 5. Then it was Tyler Oberg's turn. He gets all of it. 3-run shot, opposite field. The lead was 9 runs. But the story about this DGF team is that they haven't allowed run all season so far. They escaped today with that still intact. DGF wins Game 1 11-0 and Game 2 10-0. Rebels remain undefeated. The Davies Eagles at the top of the EDC standings in baseball, right up there with the same one. It's Fargo North, they're up there with them as well. Team squared away today, but it was all blue and gold. Bases juiced in the 3rd. Ben Swanson coming up big. This one all the way to the wall. Every runner scores, and Fargo North jumps up to a 4-rip lead. Keep it in the same inning. Devin Bush through the left side. Runner scores from 3rd. The lead extended to 5, but still not done. Carson Spieth knocks another one deep to left. Knocks home an RBI as the North lead goes to 6. They'd hold on to it from there, 7-0. Game 2, more Spartan success, a 5-1 win. The result is Fargo North sweeps Davies on this night. The top spot in the EDC up for grabs in girls soccer. Fargo North visiting Davies. 4th minute, the opening act of the Jenny Marsh Show, putting the strike in striker. 1-0 Davies early. Later in the first half, Molly Serafolian for North, working hard to get a shot, but an easy save keeps it 1-0 Davies. The Jenny Marsh Show resumes with Act 2, and critics say it was a raving success. 2-0 Davies at the half. Eagles roll to the top of the EDC with a 4-0 triumph. How about those Twins today? 8-1, getting back on the winning track. How about we get a couple more?
Nice to see a win for Minnesota, especially on a day like this.
They need it. Doing it for Prince. Really good, really nice.
All right, thanks, Ted.